Hey guys, I'm at home, you're at school, not really where I would like to be teaching you right now, but I'll be here for 14 days, so until I get back on the 26th, I'm just going to teach you and we're just going to go through lessons. I'm going to ask that you watch my video. I'll ask you to pause it a couple of times and to work some things in your notebook, take notes, things like that. Um, and pretty much everything that you do in school is at school. I'm not going to ask y'all to do a lot of stuff online, but like the quizzes, I'm going to ask that y'all do those before you do the practice for your test your knowledge. Because the IXL skills are going to be different this quarter. I'm not going to make you get to an 80 as long as you're putting forth some time and effort. Because this is a different unit, and some of the things are going to be a little harder on IXL than you're going to be tested. So that's kind of how I want to work it. So let's get started. So in lesson 7, we have to compare rate of change and initial value. Well, before we can actually compare, I want to make sure you can find the rate of change. And so I know a lot of you are struggling with Z12 and Z5. So just pause right there. And I did teach yesterday. I taught first, second, third, and fourth hour. And so 6th, 7th, and 8th hour today. You're just kind of going to get the same lesson that they got. And that way I want everybody on the same page, okay? So we're going to find the rate of change with tables. We're going to talk about writing equations with tables. And then I'll look at my stopwatch to see if we have time to do graphs. Otherwise, I'll save that for Friday's lesson, okay? So let's get started. Make sure you have, look, I'll even give you another one. I want to make sure you have your notebook. Everything that I have on my board, your notebook, a pencil. I don't care about a whiteboard and a marker because obviously I can't see it. So, but at least your notebook and pencil every day, and your computer, obviously. Make sure you bring your headphones, please. So that way I don't, not everybody has to hear my voice through the whole thing. Please don't torture them that much. Okay, so let's get started. So in your notebook, you already have y equals m times x plus b. And we already have rate of change and initial value. So make sure you have this written down. If not, I suggest pausing it and writing it in your notebook, okay? But as long as we have this, we'll get started. And the rate of change, we talked about the change of y over the change of x. And if you notice, this looks familiar because I went over it last week. My y is always on top, my x is always on bottom. When you were in 7th grade, we went over the k equals y over x, which was actually your unit rate. And so y'all did that in 7th grade. So it's the same thing, but we're just going to give it an m because it's not going to be a constant anymore because we have a initial value. Okay, in your notebooks, I do want you to pause and I want you to write your b is my initial value. And so this ordered pair is very, very important, okay? So x comma y is my ordered pair. Well, this 0 comma b, that's going to help you find your initial value. And so I want to show it to you this way. So that way, those of you who are freaking out about Z12, this is a super way to help. But like I said, you do not have to get to an 80 on any of your IXLs right now. Just using them for practice. And if you could do well with Z12, then you're going to do fine with anything I throw at you because Z12 is at a higher level than you need to be. So if you got Z12, you're rocking it. If you're stuck at about a 60, you're perfect right there at a 60, just so you know. Okay, so I want to show you what this means. When my x is 0, whatever this number is right here, that's my initial value. When my x is 0, whatever that number is my initial value. So what's your initial value here? It's a 3. What? Okay, so watch this. So let's say I go 3, 6, 9. Okay, here I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, so just like we were talking about and we were discussing, Friday we did tables. And y'all remember, because I know we did, that's what we did Friday. We did tables. We talked about the rate of change, okay? And my rate of change, remember, is my y over x, the change of y over the change of x. How is my y changing, going from 3 to 6, 6 to 9? Did you say plus 3? Hope you did. Good. So your y is on top. Now, how am I moving on my x? I'm moving by 1. Good. So what is my rate of change? My rate of change is a 3. Good. So as I'm writing my equation, you have your rate of change is your m. And as long as you could recognize where your 0x is, when x is 0, that tells you your b. That's your initial value. Okay, so that's what we're going to kind of focus on today, is being able to find our rate of change, being able to find our initial value, so that way we can write our equations, okay? All right, so here we go. All right, we did this Friday. So let's look here, okay? You know what? Let's start with an easy one. We'll start with this one. So my first, second, and third hour, you might have seen this one yesterday. I know you did. But we're still going to do it again, and I want to see if you could find it without me anyways. So what I want you to do first is I want you to find my rate of change. So I want you to pause my video, and in your notebook or your whiteboards, find my rate of change, please. Pause my video, go. Okay, so hopefully you paused it. Let's see how you did. I'm going to give you the rate of change and see, and then we'll find it together. So my rate of change, did you get a -3? Okay, if not, let's see what happened. How am I changing, going from 20 to 17? Remember, you can use a calculator too, okay? Did you say -3? And this one's -3, -3, -3. How am I moving on my y? Yeah, I'm moving by a 1. Keep in mind that a -3 over 1 is a -3, okay? So if I know that my rate of change is a -3, okay, how am I going to find my initial value? He's right here. He's right there. When x is 0, there's my initial value, okay? And let's see if I can find it without that. Okay, so I know that my rate of change is a -3. What operation are we using with our m? Remember that m word that I want to use? Multiply. That's right. Multiply. So if I say 3 times a 0 times a -3, what do you get? You get 0, right? So 0 plus what is 20? That's another way to find it. 0 plus 20 is 20. So let's see, I'm going to plug this in. Let's see if it works. So -3 times 1 is a -3. And then if I add 20 to that -3, guess what I get? 17. Okay, so let's look at our equation. Y equals, and I want you to finish it. Did you write down y equals -3x? Oh, hold up. I didn't mean to erase it. Oh, come on. There we go. Did you write this equation? Good. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, let's erase all this. Let's try another one. Here we go. Okay, don't freak out over this one. Find the rate of change first. Pause my video and be very, very careful, because I've got a change of y and a change of x. So be careful on this one, okay? Make sure you divide and simplify. Pause my video and I want you to find the rate of change. Go. Okay, here we go. Let's see if you did it. How is my y changing? Good. Hopefully you said it was a negative 20. Now, if that's all you did, you're missing a huge step. It's not just the change of y. We have to get the change of x. Did you see the change of x? How is my x changing? Good. Okay. This is the part we forget. You have a negative 20 divided by 10. What does that equal? You have a calculator. Okay, it should be a negative 2. So my rate of change is what? It's negative 2. So already we can plug in negative 2x. But I'm missing my initial value, aren't I? Can I count backwards and go this way? So look, I got 40, 30, 20, 10. I'm counting by what? By tens. If I'm using this guy right here, we can go backwards. So notice there's my 0, right? Because I took away 10. And then look, I'm going to take this 80. Look, I'm adding 20 going backwards, aren't I? 20, 40, 60, 80. What's up here? Bam! Yeah, 100. What's my initial value? 100, isn't it? So put it together and give me my equation, please. Y equals mx plus b. Pause my video and write your equation. Okay, let's see how you did. Is that your equation? Okay, so we're getting somewhere, hopefully. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, this time I want you to pause my video. I want you to write my equation. I want you to find the rate of change and my initial value. Pause my video, go. Okay, so you should have paused it. Let's see how you did. Okay. Golly, Miss Vallejo, you keep giving us these. Oh, no, we're climbing up, huh? Good. Are you noticing that we went up by 2? We went up by 1. So my rate of change should be 2 over 1, which is 2. And then if I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 19, 17, 15, 13, 11, 9. Let's see if your equation matches mine. How'd you do? Okay. Okay. So this is where Z12 comes in. But what I want you to do instead, okay? What I want you to do instead is I want you to go to your quizzes first, okay? I want you to go to your Test Your Knowledge. And in Test Your Knowledge, you are going to find the rate of change, find the initial value, find the equation with tables. And I have a few word problems in there that I think you're going to be fine with, okay? When you are done with quizzes, then go to practice. I'm working you backwards, okay? So quizzes first, then IXL. Got it? Okay. I think this will be plenty for today. Your video is 15 minutes, 14 minutes. So I'm going to stop here so you have time to do your quizzes and you have time to practice, okay? I miss you guys so much, and I'm so sorry I can't be there with you. It's breaking my heart. But I will see you soon, and I'll be fine. So it sucks to be to be away from y'all because I need school. I love you guys. So, all right, take care, and I will catch you on my video on Friday, okay? Bye, guys.